Hey, it's Sunday again. Forget about your worries and be ready for Drumsticks Sunday. Hello everybody again, Alberto Iglesias here, Drumsticks Sunday channel, a different pair of drumsticks every week. Welcome again, and first of all, a huge amount of thank yous for all of you for your support with the channel, your comments, on all that. Thank you so much. I hope I hope it feels better the way that it's done the YouTube channel now, and you can. I think it's easier to find the videos now. So about the Facebook page, super sorry for that, but apparently I don't know why my iPhone application refused to upload the videos in HD. So I have to put the videos in the computer, upload it from there. So blah blah blah. I promise next week. I think next week it will be done. Okay. Let's talk about the drumsticks. That's the point of this. Okay, if you remember, past week I told you about what I've been doing this week, which is not about these drumsticks. It's just you go to the shop and say, okay, give me the cheapest pair of drumsticks you have. So my idea was to test if it's really worth it to spend money in more expensive drumsticks or more drumstick from companies more known and famous and blah blah blah. So that's what I've been doing. Okay. Okay. First, I'm going to talk about the physical characteristics of the drumstick. First of all, it's supposed to be, or they call it Maple 5A. So that's the drumstick. First thing I can say is it's not exactly 16 inches. It's a little bit less. I think I have one here, and it's just a little bit less. Okay, not too much. It's not so important. And in fact, every company has his own kind of features or little changes. So that's not so important, I think. But another thing I can say is that. And this I think is more important. They are not equal in length. Okay, I don't know if you are going to be able to notice this, but this one is a little bit longer than this. Okay, which is kind of strange. Okay, one more. The weight. I can't verify this because I don't have a precision way to measure that, but I would say that this one is a little bit heavier than this one. Okay, this one it's a little bit. Okay, you have to maybe have faith in me on that. Okay, but at least in my hands, looks like this is a little bit heavier than this one. And okay, about the balance, I have to say it's not. You can notice it's not so. It doesn't work so well. Okay, it's a little, especially with the fingers. When you start playing with fingers, notice that the drumstick moves easier. It's easier to. It's harder to control. I mean, okay. Well, that's maybe my technique, or could be that. Okay. The other things I think and one more thing, they are not completely straight. Okay, that a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it has. Okay, not. I think this is the one that is a little bit twisted. Okay. So that's what I can say. So first conclusion about this, I think that we have to know that all that companies, famous companies or more, Big Fred, Vincent, all that companies, Promark, Regal Tip, when they sell, when you see that the prices are more, when the drumsticks are more expensive, I think they have a reason for that. Okay, all that companies has established during time a lot of processes to measure all this, to verify the quality of each drumstick. They even check to or look for the perfect pair for when you get a pair. So when you get a pair of drumsticks, they have been checking that this is the best. I mean, this is the best twin for this one. Okay, it's not only that they verify that this is a good, this is straight, blah blah blah, but they also check that they pair really well. So you can be sure that both drumsticks in a pair are as similar as they can. But the thing for me is that I think we have to realize that it's the money, the difference of money is because of something. It's not for free, okay? So as you can see, when you get a cheaper pair, you can find that kind of things, okay? I think that's my first conclusion about this. If we talk about is it worthy or not worthy to spend more money on drumsticks, okay. About that, I have to separate this in two things. One thing for me, it's a more personal situation. I mean, the goal of the drumstick you are buying. Why are you going to use that? I think it's kind of a personal point of view. Okay, in that area, I think I feel I can't say anything because it's completely up to you what is happening. I mean, for example, if you don't have money, you have to take care of money, and you can't spend $12 in a pair of drumsticks. You have to buy a $4 one. It's completely understandable for me. I mean, what the hell can I say about that? It's super good, super cool. Okay, you have to do that. For example, if you are buying drumsticks for school or a place where people that it's really new in drums and are starting to learn, they don't really going to appreciate the difference. So maybe you can spend half of the money in drumsticks. So cool also. So I mean, that's the kind of thing I can't say anything about that. Okay, I think it's completely up to you or your situation or every situation you can analyze. But on the other side, if we talk about let's say technical point of view of this, I mean, if the question is for you, no, I don't care about money. I just really want to know if I'm going to notice this. What I would say is, for sure, when you start, you are not going to notice. I mean, of course, I can play with this whole concert, no problem with that. But when you start learning more, practicing more, you start to pay attention to the details. So at that point is when you start realizing all this. Okay. For me, I have to say, from the first day, I noticed that these drumsticks are not as good as other models I've been using, okay? Because in my case now I'm kind of in freak mode, paying attention to every detail, but even I think every player with a little bit of experience can notice that. So if your question is worth it, in my case, it is. That I also have to say or admit that I don't break drumsticks. I've never broken a pair of drumsticks because of the way I play. I think my style. Of course, there's many people that play, and so for me, I think I don't pay so much attention to that cost because it's not really too much for me. In any case, if I spend $10 in a pair of drumsticks, I can play with that for 1 month or whatever, and so I prefer to invest the money in that kind of drumstick and be sure that it's well done, and it's I think you understand what I mean. Okay, just in the middle of these two parts, I think it's people that say, no, I break a lot of drumsticks, so I have to buy cheaper drumsticks to spend less money. Okay, the only thing I can say that is just one question. Have you tried the good ones, let's say the more expensive ones? And I ask that because maybe you are breaking drumsticks because you are buying cheap drumsticks. I think you understand the question, no? In that case. So just give it a try. if you have done it and you also break the good ones, okay, nice. I completely understand, but maybe it's possible that you get another pair of a motor of a known company, and you realize that okay, now my pair instead of 1 week it lasts for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So in that case, spending double, spending half of the money or double money or whatever you say, or the cost it is completely justified. So because it's gonna last longer. So at least I think you have to pay attention to that and give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, nice. But just saying, okay, I break a lot of drumsticks, so I have to buy cheap ones. Okay, first try the other thing. It's what I would do. Okay, and I think that's all I have to say. It's completely up to you. In my case, as I say, I prefer to buy that kind of drumstick, but I completely understand. I think to sum up, for me, I think that cheap drumsticks has a mission, has a goal, they have their place in the market, I think, and it's completely up to you to decide that. I hope with this, but you have to admit that. I think you have to admit that most of the times you can notice that different. No? The money is because of something. Okay, that's all I have to say about it. I hope you like it, and if you want, give it a try. Get a pair of cheap drumsticks and see if it works for you. Maybe if it works and you can realize or you didn't see any difference, it's cool. You're spending less money. Okay, now I can give you the great news I have. 2 weeks ago, the Jose Antonio from the company Iberdrum, which is the Spanish reseller or distributor of Vincent drumsticks, called me and say, man, I've been watching your videos and your channel and your project, and I think it's cool. Really like it. We talked a lot about the project, about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and blah blah blah. And he told me, okay, man, you want me to send you some drumsticks so you can try and test, and I say, that's at this point, that's when I'm going to maybe get a little bit serious. Sorry for that, but I have to say something which is really, really super important for me. Okay, this project or this channel or me or whatever, this is not a marketing platform for anybody, not even for me or for anybody. Okay, that's not the goal of this. That's not what I'm doing this. So the first thing I said to Jose Antonio was, okay, man, super cool. What I really appreciate that, but I have to say that I'm not going to say, okay, Vincent is the best drumstick, you have to buy that, just because you're giving me free pairs. Okay, that's not the point of this. I prefer, and his answer was, cool, man, I get it, go for it anyway. And I think that's great for a company, because they really have faith, and they know their product, and I think it's cool, and I have to say that. I have to admit that, and okay, and why I'm saying this? Okay, first of all, there's no company in this planet that needs me to sell drumsticks. Okay, nobody cares of what I say. This is a small project, personal project, and I'm saying this for me. It's super cool for me. Okay, I get it. That's who I am. I know who I am, and it's cool. So I don't see the point of having any doubt that I have a master plan for anybody. Who cares about what I say? In fact, if you care about what I say, good, but never take a decision for that. Just test by your own, and make your own point of view. Okay, I think it's the best way to understand or to work with this. Second thing, I hope if you have seen my videos, I never talk trash about any drumstick or company, or that's not the point of this. Okay, and because, as I always say, I know all of you know that I insist a lot in this. I don't want to I mean, the drumstick is something super personal, okay? The one that is great for me maybe sucks for you, and the opposite. So I just trying to explain what I feel and how it feels, and the most physical part of the drumsticks, and my personal feelings about that. But as I always say, man, you have to try, okay? So that's really important also for me. Third, okay, drumsticks are not so expensive, okay? So I to be honest, I don't need anybody to give me free pairs. I can pay that, okay? So of course it's great if you get it for free, and because you are going to try anyway, and I have to I don't have to spend that money. It's cool, but I don't need that, okay? That's not the point of this. I'm not looking for free drumsticks, okay? So, as you know, I can spend that money. Of course, it's some money every month, but I can handle it, okay? So, I think for me it's more important my honesty and to be real, and to be so in a way you can believe what I say. So with all this say, I hope you also understand that I have to really be super thankful with Jose Antonio, with Vincent for doing this for me, for supporting the project in his way, and also for understanding that and so show me respect for that, and say, cool man, go for it. And okay, so that's what I have to say. I hope you like it. So of course next week I'm going to do two things, which I mean, it's been really good that I have the chance. I've been talking with Jose Antonio about the company, about the way they understand this business and drumsticks and all that. So I'm going to talk with you about that. So I have now the possibility to explain that to you in the most neutral way, so you can decide, okay? And of course I'm going to try this week some of the drumsticks. They have sent me a lot of models, so I have an opportunity now to show you all that to you. And the first thing I want to do is, I realize that I've been talking about 7A mesh, 7A size many times, and I've been saying that I don't like because it doesn't fit to me and blah blah blah. But I've never done a video on that, so that's what I'm going to do this week. And because now I have a chance to compare different versions, I think it's cool. I have an idea, which is I'm going to try. Okay, this is the standard 7A for Vincent. Okay, it's Hickory standard 7A, and I'm going to combine this test with two other versions, because my main complaint about 7A is two things: is that the weight or thickness, or it feels small for my hand. Okay, that's one thing, and the other thing is the length. It's shorter, so sometimes I need that extra length. Okay, so to realize if that's something I can solve, I have this option. This is the standard 7A with Hickory, and I'm going to combine this with the 7A Maple. So let's see if the weight has that influence, or it's better. If it's maybe it feels better because being lighter combines better with the drumstick. I don't know. I'm going to try this, and also the 7A XL, which is longer than the standard 7A, so it's kind of similar to a standard 5A or closer to the 16 inches. So maybe that solves my problem too. I don't know. I'm gonna try. And I think it's better to combine these, so it's not only trying one pair of drumsticks, it's just give you more, I think, more rich point of view, okay, with other options you have. So it's I have to say thank you so much to Jose Antonio, to Bertram, to Vincent, for doing this for me. Okay. I don't have anything else to say. I have to put everything together now, upload the video, so it's time to do that, okay? Have an awesome week, and please keep practicing and keep testing drumsticks, okay? Goodbye, have fun.